6 people jolted awake from unconsciousness, only to find themselves shackled to a circular metal frame. Their eyes and mouths were bound with white cloth, their hands and necks secured tightly by handcuffs. The suffocating darkness and overwhelming fear left them trembling, clueless as to why they were there. Suddenly, the sharp clack of high heels echoed through the space. The kidnapper had arrived. They circled the group slowly, then pulled an electric prod from their pocket and pressed it against the frame, flipping the switch. Electricity surged through the metal, shocking each of them, their bodies writhing in pain. The faint smell of burnt flesh filled the air before the kidnapper, satisfied, finally stopped. Thick smoke then flooded the room, choking the air until they all blacked out. When they came to, the cloths on their eyes and mouths were gone. Metal plates on either side of each person blocked their view of one another's faces, but their voices confirmed they were strangers. Why had the kidnapper targeted them together? Hot-headed Jack shouted in frustration, venting his rage, but his outburst summoned the kidnapper back. The chilling sound of those high heels made everyone's blood run cold. The kidnapper marched straight to Jack, signaled for silence, and pressed the prod to his neck, activating it without mercy. The others, linked to the same frame, felt the shock too. Surprisingly, the kidnapper seemed reasonable, offering them a chance to survive. They had all committed an unforgivable act against someone, the kidnapper claimed. If they wanted to walk out alive, they had to confess their sins. Susan, quick to speak, admitted with shame that she once spat in her mother's food, a secret that had haunted her. Tom confessed he was cheating on his wife with a coworker, keeping it hidden from his family. Seeing others open up, Ellie spilled her truth, admitting she often used her looks to charm married wealthy men. But these confessions clearly weren't what the kidnapper was after. Brandishing the prod as a warning, they demanded the real truth, threatening worse punishment if the group didn't cut to the chase. The kidnapper dropped a cryptic hint. The heinous act was something all 6 had a hand in. Confusion gripped them. Strangers to one another, how could they be tied to the same crime? As they racked their brains, the kidnapper announced they were stepping out to grab a more powerful prod for the next round of judgment. With the kidnapper gone, Jack, ever defiant, suggested they ditch the confessions and focus on escaping. Mark noticed the frame wasn't welded shut and proposed they work together to shift it, hoping for a way out. Susan shut him down. How could they possibly escape dragging a massive metal frame? As they debated, the kidnapper returned, carrying a bucket brimming with ballpoint pens. They circled the group, pausing behind Mark, who'd pitched the escape plan. Raising a fist clutching a pen, they drove it deep into his shoulder. His screams, raw and animalistic, filled the room. The remaining 5, unable to see but hearing every horrific sound, were so terrified some lost control in fear. The kidnapper continued, cold and unfeeling, until Mark's body was studded with pens and his screams faded to silence. Though they couldn't see, the others knew his fate all too well.